It's Roni, and welcome to a Punched Out Thursday to Die For, where we all use our punches and or dies to create our layout. And today, I am using one punch. The rest are dies. I'm going to scrap this photo a little Gracie, and I'm going to use this old red die, and it's called Pumpkins 2. And it does have faces for jack-o'-lanterns, but I'm not going to use them. I'm going to use one of those die sets there and the Pink Fresh die, the Diamond Press die, and a couple of my Halloween ones there. And then this paper is Pebbles. I thought how cute that is. Using Pebbles paper to do a layout for Gracie dressed as Pebbles. And I'm going to use a couple of stencils too. I'm using the radar one and the small chicken wire one that one's from Crafter's Workshop, and the first one's from Craft Treat. And I'm using, I think this is called pumpkin something. And it's a distress spray. And it's an oxide. It is an oxide. The stencil that's the small chicken wire one, I am using Rusty Hinge. But then I wanted a different color for the other stencil. So for the other stencil, I'm going to use Close to My Heart, just plain orange. That's all it's called, is orange. And I'm going to do the stencil, the radar stencil. I'm going to put it on there twice. I decided I needed two circles, so yeah, I'm going to put it on there twice. And so I've got three colors of orange on here. And I'm thinking that I need the orange, that whatever that pumpkin one is. That's a distress orange because I'm really liking it. I'm just hoping that if I get it, that it'd be similar to the distress spray. Well, the oxide. I'd have to get the oxide to be close enough, probably. I am going to let it dry a few minutes while I do something else. And I'm going to put together this little, uh, it's a baby. And Gracie is getting a little bit bigger than a baby. She's not 2 yet, though. It'll be several months before she's 2. So I still consider them a baby or a toddler. And this baby looks like it's sitting up pretty straight and probably could go 90 to nothing. So it's close enough. I cut the body out, part of the body out twice. I did part in orange because Gracie has Pebbles dress on and it's got the little jagged edges and everything. Well, I like the little diaper or underwear or whatever is on the die cut. So I wanted to use that. So I thought, I'll just make a t-shirt similar to the dress. And it has a single strap dress and it has a bone up in the shoulder of the dress. So I'm trying to cut this where it'll be like that. And I cut a chunk out there because I stopped where I thought the belly might be and then cut the empty space out. And I'm just putting a piece of paper behind it. And I did ink it so it would look a little bit darker and make it a little more dimensional there too. But I had to cut this to fit, and the little diaper thing is already cut and has a little ruffle on top, so all I have to do is put it in place. And since it is a single strap, I thought, well, on the chest part there, and I want to put the bone, I needed to cut another little piece, so I cut another little piece there. And I'm just going to put it right where I think the chest is supposed to be. So it looked like it's going up over the shoulder and that you can't see part of it. And on Gracie's dress, it has little teeny tiny triangles going in all directions. So I am drawing little triangles on the little outfit. And the bones for my creation, I am going to use the skeleton die. I'd like to have fatter bones, but I didn't. And I was thinking, surely I have got a dog bone die here somewhere. I'm thinking in an old Sizzlets die, there might be a dog dish with a bone. There might be. But at the time, this is the one I thought of, and they're kind of on the skinny side. But I'm going to use them anyway. I'm going to use, I think it's a thigh bones, is what I'm using. Oh, I guess I got sidetracked in not doing that yet. Well, I would have thought I was. I sure hope I didn't delete that accidentally. I might have, who knows. The hair I used a brown, and this brown had just a hint of red in it, because it was that coronation one. So the other side's kind of a raspberry, and then that brown's kind of hinty at a little red in there. And then, of course, if you sand it, the raspberry shows through. But I'm not sanding this. I cut two bows out. I don't guess I cut the part with the bone out after all. It's just not where I thought it was. I cut two bows out so I'd have the center part to use as a dimension. And I am going to put the bone between the bottom bow and the center part of the part I cut out extra. And then fussy cut around the center. And I am just going to ink it a little bit and lay it on top. And that makes my bone. And it's going to go up there where that one curl is at. It shows it in the um, pictures of the little girl all made up. And I had planned to show you all that die set because it is pretty neat. Um, and I forget for a few minutes, but I will think of it and I will show it to you. I'm not sure when, but I will. I am inking around the bone with parchment, which is the same I used around the little girl, and to give the edges a little bit different color to make it look a little more rounded. And I remembered my gel pen, so I am going through and putting it on there. And I guess I put the bone on while I was talking, the one on her shoulder. Y'all might have seen it because it's on there, or else I cut it out one. I don't know. But I can't go back and find that little bit right to finish it off. So all I did was cut a little teeny tiny triangle to make it look attached. Um, the pumpkins, I'm only going to ink one of them and put it together, but I did ink some more up and put together some more. But instead of making it three-dimensional by cutting it out more than once, it has little perforated edges for, I'm I guessed, for you to ink. Only I inked more. Oh, here's the little thing, and it's really different from most die sets. A couple of people mentioned that those die sets were so hard to put together. Well, it shows a number for each piece of the die, like the eye has got a 5 on 3 different pieces, so you know all 3 of them are the eye. And then it shows the same number, which is number 5, the same number on the die on the finished product. And then my camera cut off and I didn't know it. So here's where I was. But yeah, it shows all that stuff. When I bought these though, I cut the dies apart, because different colors, I needed different colors. And I thought, oh, what a bad idea that was after I actually started doing it. And so when I bought the one with the moose and stuff, with my uh rest of my birthday money. I think this one I got with my birthday. Yeah, both of them I got with my birthday money. Anyway, when I got I did not cut them apart. And I think it's a lot better. You just lay pieces of color on top of wherever it needs to go. And that's worked so far. Of course, I've only done two, but that's worked so far on the two I done. But I did put them all back on the magnetic sheet like it was, well, not like it was, but separate them together like it was in the original, uh, what do you call it? The way they originally had it, where I cut them all apart. They're for each style that way, which makes it easier. I mean, I had a whole pile of body parts and didn't know what to do with them. So don't cut the dies apart. You won't know what you got and what you don't have. I am that star piece. Both those two pieces came together, but I cut them apart. And then I thought, I want to go ahead and use this. I would have left them together if I hadn't been thinking of that. But yeah, I would just left them together and used it as is because it was a scrap and it would have worked without me cutting them apart. I put foam tape underneath the picture and I have some little, oh, spider webs that I had planned to put there. And uh yeah, I'm gonna remember them, but not for a little while. I had another branding strip and it's going down there on the bottom, and then I'm just going to put the little girl with the two pumpkins. And like I said, it comes with a face for the jack-o'-lantern, but I first thought I was going to do it. I cut them out, but then I changed my mind and decided to go with the pumpkins instead. And I used the Pink Fresh branch dye for the leaves on there. And I know they don't look exactly like pumpkin's leaves, but they were about the right size, so they worked for me. And here's where I remember the spider web. So I'm gonna put them along there. And most of the time, uh, if you have a piece left over at the end, you can turn around and put it on the other end. So that's what I do, and I do not look at it until I'm doing the video. It looks so tiny, so if y'all look at that, think, oh, she'll probably go back and fix that. Yeah, I probably will, because it's bugging me. See how little it is compared to everything else? And yeah, it just don't look right. I mean, maybe I put it on there wrong and didn't tilt it at the right angle or something, but it don't look right. And I didn't even notice that when I did it. But yeah, I'm going to cut into one of the other spider webs because you all see I got extra. And I'm going to cut into them and fix that. Um, my title's Too Cute to Spook, and it is the Spooky Alpha from Diamond Press, which is discontinued because it was a seasonal one. They do have another one for Halloween this year. I don't know if they're out of it yet, but when they run out, they don't get them no more. And I'm sprinkling sprinkles all over the place with that pumpkin. Maybe it's pumpkin spice. It's pumpkin something. And I put my Halloween up at the top. So I kind of have a triangle thing. However, by the time I got done, it didn't really look as triangly as I was thinking in my head. But that's it. That's my layout. And if you look down there below, you'll see the links for everybody else that is doing the Punched Out Thursday to Die for. And you can see what they used to create their layouts today. And there's the two pumpkins that come in that die set, and I highlighted them all and the leaves. And I did use the rusty hinge to ink them with. And there's the title with the spooky alphabet. And see Gracie up there? Don't she look cute with that little dress on? And she makes the perfect little pebbles. And there's the little doll with the bone in her bow and on the top of her shoulder. And I did ink the cheeks because I forgot to ink them earlier and I inked them when I took the photos. But that's it. If you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those who already are, thank you so very much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.